Guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name's HoTshoT. We've got a little bit of a different one for you today. In the background, you're going to be seeing some of the first weekend PS4 exclusive closed beta. This was recorded as I have pre-ordered Call of Duty Cold War, so I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. But today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, but the zombies in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So obviously, as we know, it's the 5th installment of Black Ops in the Call of Duty series, and looking at this trailer and what they've shown us, it's looking good, and what they've boasted from, you know, the new features to well, how the D-Machiner looks. It looks quite colourful. It looks like it might have a potential day-night cycle. We're going to be going over a couple of those topics, what it could mean today for the evolution of Call of Duty Zombies in its entirety. I think Cold War has the potential, obvious, for it to be like the proper successor of Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now, Black Ops 3 Zombies was probably one of the best zombies games in the modern era. Obviously, Black Ops 2 was kind of what hit that the trend of going into like modern day zombies as we knew it in Black Ops 3, and that started with like the new travel routes like on transit and stuff. But then when Jason Blundell took over development on Black Ops 2 and he did Mob of the Dead and Origins, that's where we started to see improvements and modernization of zombies from what it used to be in Black Ops 1 and from its conception at World at War. So I do apologize, you can't have any gameplay, any of the trailer on the screen. I'm trying to work with what I've got here, but going over some key features in the trailer. Okay, so there's a scene, obviously, where they go down into a part of D-Machiner and there's a sentry gun active. Now, they did then talk about kill streaks in zombies and how progression is going to be united across multiplayer zombies and Warzone this year. And I think that's a very cool feature, because it doesn't matter whether you're a multiplayer guy or a zombies guy. You know, if you want to jump in with your friends on a casual game of D-Machiner or something like that, then the multiplayer guys won't feel left out by not having any weapons with any attachments or without attachments. You know, they feel as included as the zombie guys would. So, the only thing they might be uncomfortable with would be potentially the actual aspects of zombie itself, rather than them feeling out of place with weapons and such, because they'll have the understanding of weapons. And I think that's a very key feature for getting not more people into zombies. I know zombies is popular, but it's never been as popular as multiplayer, and I mean, with the addition of Warzone last year, that really did spike interest, and users playing Call of Duty. Now, I've been playing Call of Duty for years, so I think with the addition of Warzone and the addition that, progression is unified across Cold War, I think that's just gonna help the game as well. On touching on that, free zombies content after launch, that's a very big thing. That's never happened before, whatsoever, and I think they're going with that because Modern Warfare was such a success without having to have DLCs and release free content throughout the year, and just add in special things for Battle Pass owners. And I think it works as a concept, and how Modern Warfare started it did work very well for Call of Duty last year. So that's a big thing. And also we saw the chopper gunner when they were on top of the downed aircraft wing in the middle of the map there. So that's quite good, because they were talking about score streaks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a big thing for zombies. I'm not sure how it would work in balancing zombies. Obviously, we don't know yet how often you can call in score streaks, or do you need to meet certain objectives, certain requirements to call in kill streaks, like a sentry gun. Maybe it'll last for 1 round, 5 rounds. Is a chopper gunner gonna come in and just save the day, maybe for that 1 round if you're having a tough time or something like that? We don't quite know, but it's looking good. So and I'm gonna touch on the fact that zombies is evolving. Okay, this is the main topic of the video. Zombies is evolving, and for it to become a better part of the Call of Duty franchise and more inclusive to more players, it needs to evolve. And I'm looking at the trailer, I feel as though they're going down the right path. There could have been a couple wrong paths they may have taken, but I feel as though the paths of progression helps, score streak helps. So what they said in the trailer, and I quote, "Don't start with a pistol. Bring in what you fancy, whether that's an AR, an SMG, and that's cool. But like I've said with the score streaks, we don't know yet how they're going to be balanced. It could be, it could be a bad thing to bring in an AR and an SMG. Just thinking, are they going to revert the point system back to how it was in Black Ops 3 and scrap the Black Ops 4 system? Is that what they're going to do? And if so, you might not want to bring in an SMG or an AR, so you can farm those early round points from the weak zombies, and then go into the couple rounds, like meta game it effectively. And also another thing with weapons, increase weapon damage potential however you choose. Every weapon has the potential to be an uber weapon. That's the direct quote. Obviously, uber basically means the wonder weapon, and I think that's cool. I don't know in what aspect they mean though, whether that's the potential new AATs. So what I mean by AATs is alternate ammo types. So what we saw in Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, like your Deadwire, your Blast Furnace, your Turned, those pack-a-punched ammo, which happened maybe a couple rounds every clip. You had to wait a bit for it to, and it was potentially random. Potentially that's what they mean, using the pack-a-punch system, or it could be potentially different. But then again, we won't find out up until we jump into Die Maschine. The Exfil system, that's a key thing for evolving zombies. Now, obviously, we see it on custom maps, in World at War custom maps, then Black Ops 3 custom maps. It's basically, how they've described it is kind of like a Bible ending, but instead of just being like, oh, here's 50,000 points, please end the game, it's more of, okay, you want to leave the game, please do a couple more rounds. Like, it's not just, I've played X amount of this game, I've got so many points, I'll give the points to end the game. It's, okay, well, I want to keep my experience or something, and I want to leave the match, so just please do like 3 or 4 more rounds. And I think that's a cool way to do it. We'll have to see how that works, and I think that potentially works quite well, because kind of like how I interpreted it personally is the fact that, okay, you want to leave the match, and they said to keep XP and keep rewards. So I don't know if you die at the end of a zombies map now. Like, that was the normal way how to go. You'd play your zombies, and then you'd, go down, and you had no more quick revive, so you couldn't get back up. And that was basically the end of the game. But the way they're talking about it now, this Exfil system, it might be wise to Exfil instead of going down the traditional way, because maybe in that case you might be able to keep some more rewards, might keep the majority of the XP you've earned from the rounds that you've played and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a nice idea. Obviously the concept had been in World at War and Black Ops 3 custom maps for years now. But yeah, we'll have to see how it works. But I think that's a great addition, absolutely great addition to Cold War Zombies. Innovative new intel system. So I think this is just going to help out I reckon this is going to help out both your hardcore players who like high round runs, as well as those hardcore people who do Easter eggs as well. You might not be hardcore, but you can do your Easter eggs. And I think the new intel system will help with that, because I'm hoping as well that it will help the casuals, because let's say in the past you load onto, for example, let's say Zetsubo no Shima, and you're like, oh, okay, so I want to get to like round 50 or whatever. You want to do a guide, but to get to round 50 you might want to build the shield, build the gas mask, build like the KT4 and then upgrade it to the Masamune and stuff like that? And do you know how to water the plants? And, you know, if you're not going to look up a YouTube guide, it might be difficult for casual players to learn all this stuff and get it in the head unless they're constantly playing back to back. And I think if this new Intel system is information, after they've found a part, it will show them maybe the specific locations for a shield. So, you know, they've picked it up once in the game, and in this new Intel system, okay, it'll be like a data log maybe, and it'll have like a list of your games or something, and it'll say, okay, so you've picked it up now, so now you have access to where the 3 main spawn locations are. So maybe one's left side of the map, maybe one's in the bunker, maybe one's in Nact. You know, I think that would be very good for Call of Duty Zombies. So for the casuals, they have instant access to that information inside the game, and they don't have to go to an external site like YouTube. But again, we'll have to see how it works. But it's got the potential to elevate the Zombies experience. I mean, if casuals don't want to go on YouTube and spend 20 minutes researching a guide or whatever, or following it through and pausing the game and the feel out of the game and not immersed in the Zombies experience, I feel as though this Intel system really does have the potential to kill it effectively in the immersion and helping casuals as well as hardcore fans alike. I've already mentioned this already in this video, but free post-launch content, that's pretty insane. Like I've said before, no one, except for Modern Warfare this past year, no one's ever released in a Call of Duty game free post-launch content, and especially for Zombies. Obviously, Black Ops 4 was still going back. It was kind of like half and half. You had your Battle Pass system for multiplayer and Blackout, and then you had DLCs for extra maps, as well as your extra maps in Zombies. So I feel as though free post-launch content is going to be absolutely amazing for the community. I feel having brand new Zombies maps and more people playing again, it will just get more people playing if Zombies is free. And I think that's something that Modern Warfare missed out on. No one played co-op. Co-op was a bit of a flop this year. Definitely. But obviously Warzone then helped rack up the amount of people playing Call of Duty and boosted its popularity immensely. So I think doing post-launch content for Zombies, so Zombies can be potentially as successful as something like Warzone or your bog standard multiplayer. I mean, I'm normally a multiplayer and Zombies guy. I don't like battle royales in the sense, if mates ask me to go on, I'll play, but I will not actively choose to play by myself. But anyway, I'm digressing, getting off topic. I've spoke about custom zombies. Okay. World at War was released on the 11th of November 2008. And World at War, you could build custom zombies maps on, and you can play custom zombies maps. I mean, you could probably go on YouTube right now, type in custom zombies, and there would be thousands of videos of people playing custom World at War zombies maps, and some of them are absolutely insane. They've taken basically the features from, the assets from campaign multiplayer and like the base Nact, Duran Toten, and your first 3 DLC maps on there, Varuk, Shinanuma, and Aris. And some of the guys in the community are absolutely insane for building maps. So, custom maps were on World at War. I think it was 2016 when they added it, or 2017 where they added the ability on PC for Black Ops 3 to build custom maps. But Black Ops 3 itself came out on the 6th of November 2015. So, that is a 7-year gap between games. Between World at War and Black Ops 3, that was a 7-year gap. Just, well, a couple days shy of a 7-year gap. Now, Black Ops 3, as we say, is the 6th of November 2015. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is coming out on the 13th of November 2020. So it's going to be 5 years. But I think if Zombies is popular this year, and I think it will be, because I think they're going to do an absolutely amazing job. and they're going to smash it out of the park. That, you know, I've already pre-ordered the game basically just for zombies. I wasn't really interested in multiplayer this year because I was so excited about the return of Treyarch Zombies, but, you know, I love my multiplayer anyway, so I'll probably play a bunch of that. So if it's not added on launch, you know, obviously it potentially might not be. They might not have it during the year life cycle of it, just for the simplicity of, you know, they're still releasing free content to the whole of the community via Battle Pass and cross progression and stuff like that. So they might not drop it in the first year, but then probably it might be a smart move to add in modding tools into Cold War Zombies. Now, potentially they might leave it. I mean, they left it 7 years between World at War and Black Ops 3 before adding in the ability for people to make custom maps again on a new up-to-date engine. But it just depends how Treyarch feel about, you know, adding one of those engines in again to help the modding community in Cold War, and it's totally up to them. But I feel as though if custom maps were added for Call of Duty Cold War, it would go down an absolute treat. And I don't just mean for PC. It needs to be accessible for console players. I understand it might be hard for the current generation of consoles, like the PS4 and the Xbox One, to run custom maps. You know, they might be more CPU heavy, and the devs can't have any control in, you know, how smooth it runs, you know, because it's all customly made. But I feel as though with the PS5 coming out and the Xbox Series X coming out, literally a week, like in the UK, the PS5's coming out like 7 days after Black Ops Cold War's released, which is literally like in a month's time now. And I feel as though the increase in performance on the next gen consoles would warrant the devs to allow maybe not the creation of custom maps, but more of the accessibility to play them. I mean, it's the bargaining on a massive marketing tool here for cross progression across all platforms, cross play, so you can play, you and your mates might have different consoles. You know, you can play again this year on every single thing. So this year it was a thing for Warzone and multiplayer on Modern Warfare, but this year it's going to be a thing from Warzone, multiplayer and zombies, which is going to be absolutely insane. And I feel as though they're going down the right track with that. So they need to think about giving accessibility and maybe doing the custom zombies engine into Black Ops Cold War. I think it's got absolutely insane potential to go ham this year, and I think it's going to be potentially the most successful game in 2021, potentially, for purchases in the first person shooter by far. I mean, I know that pre-orders are already through the roof. PS5s are low on stock and stuff, but it's definitely looking promising for the next year of gaming, guys. Yeah, so like I say, it's looking very positive for the year ahead. They need to think about that engine. It could be very wise for marketing, you know, later down the line. You know, if zombies content is free after launch, obviously, potentially it's maybe only through the year where it's going to be free, but if they're adding in the custom engine, that could keep console players and PC players, you know, playing for years to come on an up-to-date engine. Obviously, because Black Ops 3 was 2015, it's years ago now. It's like half a decade ago, so, you know, it's a wee while. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. I appreciate if you guys have watched all the way to the end of this video. It means the world to me. I know it's a long one, just for like a news and like my thoughts on Call of Duty Zombies, but I wanted to get it off my chest. I did my research for the stuff, and I hope you guys understand that I did my research and appreciate that. So if you did, please do drop a like and subscribe if you're new, and feel free to check out Twitch in the description if you wish. That's always up to you. But yeah, I have pre-ordered Cold War, like I say, so you guys are going to be getting, dependent on how the Intel system works, you guys are going to be getting basically launch day content. You're going to be getting guides, you're going to be getting gameplay, stuff like that. And yeah, I'll potentially stream it as well over on Twitch. you know, if you're interested. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say today, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And have a lovely day, and remember to stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.